Hey, this is Mark from Casting Crowns, and you're listening to Dispatch Radio.
All right, folks. Today's the day Alone Yet Not Alone lands in theaters here in the area. I know some folks have seen it in limited release, and we had to get one of the stars on the phone for you. Jenn Gotzon, how are you, Jen?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're always doing well, and it's just great to see the movie finally get broad release. And I know that we had talked about September, and they kept moving it around because of the Oscar thing. So it's great to see, and folks can turn out. But I want to make sure they heard it from you. So tell everybody a little bit about the film, and that it's based on true story. So give everybody a little heads up.
Absolutely. Well, we're real excited that it's opening this weekend, Father's Day weekend, because it is one of the best movies to take your daddy to. It's kind of like the story Last of the Mohicans. Like you said, it's based on a true story, and it follows the Leininger family. They came over from Germany to America during the 1700s, and the two daughters get separated during the war, and through the journey of the story, we are figuring out how are these two sisters going to reunite. And in the midst of the wilderness and all despair and all brokenness around, the one thing that holds them together is the song that their parents would sing to them every night, and that is Alone Yet Not Alone. And it basically is saying is that in the midst of despair, and when everything around you falls apart and you feel so alone, you are not alone because God will never leave you or forsake you. And so that's the heartbeat of this beautiful story. It's very historical, and so people who like a historical movie about Indians and the French and Indian War, go out and see it. Get your popcorn and your soda, and you'll love it.
Well, Alone, Not Alone, Not Yet Alone is also, of course, the song that was nominated for an Oscar. There was some controversy, and they rescinded that nomination and stuff, folks. But this gives you an idea of just the magnitude and how great the song is, that is sort of this backdrop to this incredible message and this metaphor linking between not just the parents and the children, which is kind of like something that's in your face, but obviously your Heavenly Father and that relationship. And Jen's very vocal and very just so honest about just the magnitude of such a great, strong message, right?
It's neat. For me, it was a really unique blessing because the character I played, Lydia, she came from England over to Pennsylvania when the movie took place. And she ends up sacrificing herself to save the children captive, like the Leiningers. And in the midst of basically being burnt at the stake, they were trying to show what happens during this war if you escape, what will happen as punishment. Lydia, in the midst of being burnt, she was in such a prayerful state, and this is all documented in history, that she was telling the children captives to not cry for her, that she will be with God in heaven. And when you see something like that in history and you're reenacting it as an actor, all I wanted to do was to get out of the way and let God move through. And the director, George Escobar, he came over and he prayed with me while I'm tied to the tree. I'm literally tied to the tree, and there's all these pyro things happening with the fire everywhere. And we prayed and we said, Lord, you've got to just move through this scene and shine. And if you see glimpses on the trailer and when you see the movie and my character is burning at the stake, you'll see this peace that surpasses understanding that's coming through the camera lens. And I really, truly believe that's God's movement through. And then once they got that take done and they increased the fire and like the flames were literally swirling around me, I couldn't stop crying as an actor because I got freaked out. But moments on the movie have a beautiful piece, and that's exactly what Lydia experienced in history. And she was just such an encouragement in my own personal journey of, when we feel so alone, God is with us.
Alone Yet Not Alone is the film, folks, and we're talking to Jenn Gotzon about it and getting this kind of a good snapshot for you to get an idea of just what an incredible and moving film this is. It does open wide in our area today, so it's great timing for Father's Day weekend. Yeah, it's great. Very exciting time, and we got to get some folks turned out, get the message out there, let everybody know that it is landed. It's kind of a hard thing during the summer sometimes to get the word out on some smaller films and some independent films and things like that, and competing with things like Transformers, which is right around the corner. So Jen, I know I don't have long with you, but what else is coming around the horn for you here? I know you guys, you're one of the working women in Hollywood, man. There's always a ton of stuff going on for you.
Well, right now, the most important and exciting thing is my sister, who's 10 years younger than me, is getting married tomorrow.
Wow,
so we are literally in the Poconos in Pennsylvania driving to her rehearsal excitement today. And in the movie Alone Yet Not Alone, where this took place in the 1700s is actually exactly where I am physically right now. So that's kind of cool and fun.
What is your sister's name?
Her name is Jenn Gotzon, and she's now going to be Shelley Edelman.
Well, congratulations, Shelley from Florida. You'll be live on the air tomorrow morning when we get this out, and Tampa will be thinking and praying about you on your wedding day. So how exciting is that?
It's so fun. And on Monday, I leave to go to Atlanta, Georgia, where I'll start filming a redemptive criminal suspense thriller called Sinking Sand. And Kevin Sizemore, I'm sure if you guys have been seeing the TV show Resurrection, Kevin's going to be in the movie along with Sandra Elise, who's been in The Notebook, and I play the main character, Brooke McHenry, in this, and this story is about a marriage that falls apart, and how our choices can bring that marriage back on path or cause it to spiral down. And we'll be filming that starting Monday, and then we wrap, I think, around 4th of July. So that's what's happening next, and it's just been a good time. And Doomby released on Netflix 2 weeks ago, and God's Country's on Netflix. So if people like redemptive, inspirational movies, those are some films they could go in and check out.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just getting ready to plug that there on the Netflix, and Doonby is Doonby. For those of you that don't know, you can Google that, and you can search that on our site as well, as we've covered that, and Jen talked extensively about that the last time we spoke, and some of these other projects. So Sinking Sand will be next for her after the wedding. So a very exciting time for the Gotzon family, and God bless, and hope they do well.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. God bless you, everyone.